close by and around D.C. and all that, and moving back and forth. Maryland, except when you get out in the woods, has a Negroid look to it. Maryland. Who ever heard of Maryland? Except people right here. Maybe Virginia. But that's the look. Other states have a different look. You used to never see Colombians, Latinos, and all of that, let's say in Carolina or Mississippi or even Arkansas. You just didn't see them. Now they're everywhere, right? I mean, and not in small numbers, big numbers. Yeah, okay. Character. What is character? How to handle adversity. We introduce ourselves to others via our character. We introduce ourselves to others via our character. How we handle adversity. How we channel paranoia, directed paranoia, selected paranoia. Other people call it paranoia. You select it. Let me choose some of that. Give me a slice of paranoia. Give me a whole bag full. You select it. And you use it the way you want to use it. What does that mean? That means you're taking over your life. Hey, man, you don't leave your life in the hands of a crackpot, an idiot, the American government. Okay? Use pain to focus, function. Self-pain monitoring. Pain in order to use pain properly. It's good. That means it's good for you to experience pain. So you learn how to use pain properly. I don't want to hurt. Well, that's too bad for you. Hurt is good for you when you learn from hurt, right? You learn how to channel it. You learn how to use it. I don't want that. You ain't going to get nowhere either, probably. Strategic laboratory of pain. That's what we call it. A strategic laboratory of pain, of bigger powers interfering with your life and slowing down you getting to your goal. Just like they test rats and what have you. His goal is to get over there, right? And then they do this to influence. Pretty soon they get frustrated. But you're a human being. You know what they're doing. Strategic laboratory of pain and denial, denying your ability to reach your goal. That's all training, and that's deep training. It's self-training. You can include it into how you deal with the system, but you have to be managing yourself on purpose. You have to experience pain. You have to set up yourself. And it's not pain like it hurts, but pain, the denial of you being able to accomplish a goal on time, in time. Right? You have to place yourself in those situations. That's how you're going to grow. That's definitely growth. Strategic laboratory of pain. Study pain. Embrace pain. This is an era, and that was an era, of extreme discipline. Focus. Same war, different battles. What to expect? And remember, we've studied it before. How to anticipate. What is anticipation? Pre-planning, anticipating this is going to happen. The longer you do it, the better you're going to get. I put all of these actions and feelings and environmental circumstances that are happening, and I come up with some hope, a dream, an aspiration. And what you discover, the longer you do that, the more accurate you become, right? Pain is healthy. Not that you're going to sit there and holler all night. Oh, it hurt. Like Negro pain. I don't mean Negro pain. I mean something different. Maintain an attitude of optimism. Study to see how far they say I have come. This is personal now. This is the reason for writing folder for writing. It's the reason for making these folders for writing. Because you want to study with optimism, you want to study to see how far they, the system, think you have come. No, you can't leave yourself out. Everybody's involved, but there's the biggest development going to come from your own public, personal execution of reality. Sabiqun liberation movement. Our next phase, we're going to that now. Explain past history up to now. Pass out, go and tell us No llores por mí, Oakland. That's a song, a long time. No llores por mí, Argentina. I don't know if anybody remember that. The song, I'd hate to say it, the little white girls sang. What was the name? Madonna sang that. Don't cry for me, Argentina. And that's what we mean. No llores por mí, Oakland. Don't cry for me. Don't cry for the brother. It looks terrible. If you look at it, the niggas assaulted, the niggas, they pretend to take your property, they tie up everything. It may be a trap. You may have trapped them into doing that by anticipating what they want or what they're going to try to do with you. They're going to try to scare you off your own property. And then they're going to have everybody on their team. Nobody's on your team. In Oakland, what do? We didn't sit money out there, pay the tax, $50,000. Remember that? Well, 48,000, what the heck, right? Now, the taxes are even more for the same property. But we're not going to pay them. But we got other taxes that are huge taxes. They ain't huge. It's just like if you don't have a job, they're huge. Like personal taxes. 20,000 I just call out there. What's the tax bill? There's 20,000 something. Good. We'll go out. We'll take care of it. Do we have the money? No, but we're going to get the money. Why? Because we're going to do what we need to do to get it. No big deal. Why? We've done it before over and over again. This is not a new session or a new trail. We've been here before, over and over and over and over again, right? And not only will we get the tax money, because the whole idea was to destroy all of this. See, we're rolling this kind of nice. So the 10 years we had the school here, we spent over $500,000 on the school. But we sold books, we did this, we did that. Plenty of money coming in. Okay. The way they think, that if they slow your money down, if they do this, if they do that, then this is going to affect you. No, it's not. It ain't going to work like that. You know, don't work like that. You just hook up more. And that's starting right now, today, next week, tomorrow. In other words, what I'm talking about now, we're already into that. I'll talk later about evolution and when this began, East Oakland Enterprises. what that stood for and that evolution. This is the time for comprehensive solutions to social, psychological, economic, and a time for spiritual evolution. So what if, let's say, Siraj and them is doing something else? So what if Mellow Yellow and them is doing something else? Technically, we don't care what they do. I'm saying we don't care. They don't have to like us. They don't have to help us. Just because we help them when certain things was happening, yeah, maybe they didn't want our help. It's okay. But we have our course charted. And with Allah's help, we're going to complete our course. Now, where we land, technically it makes a difference, and technically it don't. Why? We're supposed to do our job as best we can and see as clear as we can and implement as well as we can. Exactly how it come out, that's up to Allah. But we're living in a great time and we know it. What I mean is, people that are doing anything close to what we're doing are getting killed and starving to death, i.e. Lebanon. They have the big, on the docks, right? You know, and it blew up. They didn't say Israelis did it, but we know that's who did it. Iran is doing a marvelous job. That don't mean they're doing as good as they could be, but they ain't doing too bad. Right? And the people had enough sense to manipulate the bootlickers out, right? So they couldn't get nobody no worse than the people they had, right? Because no matter how much you whip those guys and slap them upside the head, here they come back, boss. Boss, why you don't whip me like that? Boss, fix this before they had an election so we can get somebody in there, right? What boss man do? We'll do this 2 weeks after the election, next, right? Stabbing his friends that love him. And old Taliban, they've been hating boss man all the time. And it seemed like Taliban made a deal with boss man to get rid of the Afghan government, because the Afghan government's been, they done just lost that, whatever they was doing, right? And boss man worked it out in front of them, in front of everybody. I'm going to stab you. Oh, you guys love me? Well, you'll know. I bet you try next time, see what happens. Right? Just cut their throat, slash their throat from side to side in front of everybody. Just right now, they're doing it. Taliban already got 1/3 of Afghanistan and had another half. That's enough. Right? And they ain't fired a shot. I mean, 1 or 2 little skirmishes. Most of everybody pack up or go join them or bring their weapons. And the boss man want to arm them, so he leave his arm. I'm going to leave some arms here. Get all of them. Hey, you'll be bad as you want to be. Right? Right in front of everybody. And people call us paranoid and oversensitive. If they can't see that, I'm not going to use the word stupid and dumb, stuff like that. We're not going for it, right? And the coons here, they do the coons the same way. and the whatever they call themselves, and the cares and everybody. Well, one of the main source of information we're following is the Quran, and you notice the names of characteristics of peoples, Munafiq, Zalimin, right? Munafiq, all those names, and all those names draw a picture of a human characteristic, and this is what they do. Nifaq, Munafiq, Nifaq is a ditch or a hole with two open ends.